Hello friends. In this lecture video, we'll talk about Alpha Vantage, which is another free source of getting data. So let's head to the page of Alpha Vantage, right? So if you see the 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 different kind of data that it provides are stock time series, forex time series, cryptocurrencies. It also provides technical indicators, which is something that we discuss later in the course, but it also lets you get the technical indicators values. So all in all, a very useful source to get financial information, right? The first thing you need to do to be able to access data from Alpha Vantage is to get the free API, right? So unlike Yahoo Finance, you can't simply connect to you use an API and get data, right? In this case, they need you to authenticate yourself, right? So just click on the free API key, right? Just mention that you're a student, or whatever you are, right? Just give student. If I don't know if you're not student, whether they'll give it to you or not, but give the organization which you are from, right? Your email, and then just get a free API key. So once you click on a get free API key, it will download a text file, right? That text file will have your API key, which you will then use to kind of authenticate yourself before getting data, right? So store that free API key text file somewhere safe, okay? So that's how you will get the free API key, okay? So let's see what are the various things that you can get. So the first thing that you see here is time series intraday. Again, getting intraday data is not that easy, right? We see that using Y Finance we can get intraday data, but I'm not sure how long we'll be able to get free intraday from Yahoo Finance. So it's always a good option to have another source in case the other source fails, right? So this is another source wherein you can get intraday data, free intraday data. So it's amazing, right? There is one limitation though. If you have a free account, they limit the usage to 5 API calls per minute, meaning you cannot get information, you cannot get data for more than 5 tickers in 1 minute. So that's a massive bummer. But don't worry, I'll tell you a way to get around that problem once we discuss the actual code. Okay. What else? So if you see the parameters that you have to pass to get information for intraday is fairly straightforward. You need the function, which is time series intraday. You need to get the symbol. What symbol or what ticker do you want the information for? You need the interval. The available intervals are 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, and 60 minute, right? Then, unlike other libraries where we had the option to provide the beginning date and the end date, here there is no such option, right? You only have two options. One is the full option and one is the compact option. In compact, you will get only 100 data points. That means you will get only 100 rows. So if you are getting, so if you are extracting 1 minute data for compact, you will get only 100 minutes of data. For if you are getting 5 minute candle, you will get only 500 minutes worth of data if you are using the compact output size kind of option, right? If you have full, I don't recall, but we'll just confirm when we are pulling data using Python code. Okay. uh, Another thing is that it only provides data in JSON format. We have already discussed JSON. You already know what JSON is by now, right? So by default, it provides data in JSON, but we'll see the Python wrapper that we'll use will be able to get it in Panda. So don't worry about it. And then you obviously have to provide your API key. Okay. So I don't want you to use this website and the links that it provides to get data. if you can see that they provide URLs. So this is a way that they want you to connect to their API, right? So if you click on this particular link, so you'll have to change this URL based on what ticker and what interval and what is your API key. So this URL will change accordingly, right? But obviously I don't want you to be using these URLs to get data, right? We want to be getting these data using Python, right? So we'll do that. I'll let you know how you can do that. But another thing is that yeah, so time series intraday is one function that we'll use, and then time series daily. I mean, you can also use time series daily. This is daily data, right? And you can use it for FX, crypto, whatever, right? So this is about Alpha Vantage. I only want you to get the API key from this particular page. For actual implementation, let's head over to the Python wrapper of this particular of Alpha Vantage, right? So this is the this is someone who has created a Python wrapper for Alpha Vantage, right? So you don't really have to use those URLs to get this data, right? Someone has been kind enough to build a Python library, uh, which is akin to using those URLs, but you will use those URLs using Python functions, right? So that is what this library is all about. Extremely, useful library. Uh, just go to the documentation, fairly straightforward. You can install it using pip install alpha underscore vantage. You should not really have any problem. It's a very straightforward library to install, right? Again, the usage is very similar to what you see here. I mean, this person has not really changed the name of the parameters, right? So all you'll have to do is import from alpha vantage dot time series module. You import time series, and then you pass your API key, you authenticate yourself, and once you create a time series object with after you authenticate yourself, then you can simply use you can use the functions, which is get data intraday or get daily data, and then get the data, right? One extremely important thing about this particular library is that this person has been kind enough to do all that thing that we did for Yahoo Finance to convert Yahoo Finance into pandas. This person has already done it for you. So all you'll have to do is just pass this argument output format is equal to pandas, and then it will convert your JSON into pandas, right? So whatever we did in Yahoo Finance lecture video, right? This is everything something similar is happening in the background, which you're not seeing it. All you need to do is pass this pandas argument, and you will get the data into pandas, right? So this was an introduction about Alpha Vantage source and the corresponding Python library, right? So in the next lecture video, we'll see how we can use this Python library and Alpha Vantage API key to start getting data. Thanks a lot.